You are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, wherever you're listening to this. I was going to say watch, but as you can tell from my first video, I haven't had time to figure out how I can make a background of me driving through the city and stuff because I don't want the privacy concerns of showing people's license plates and stuff like that because I do not want to get sued. So wherever you're listening to this, welcome to another early morning and late nights episode with Channel Adrian TV. And of course, I'm still going to do my regular content. I'm just going to do these videos and drop them early in the morning or late at night because just add more content to my channel. And plus it gives me things to talk about to where I wouldn't normally talk about in my get up episodes, wake up episodes, or, after workout thought episodes, and talk about pop culture, life, pretty much everything. But unfortunately, because of my job right now and things I got going on and my hectic schedule, I don't have the time to do that. So the best time I do have is during the commute while I'm driving. I could go ahead and get this content out here. So that's why I'm going about it the old-fashioned way, just talking through my phone and recording. So let this motivate y'all too, man. If I could do it, you could do it as well. So don't let anything hold you back, and do whatever you have to do to get the job done. So let's go ahead and start. Now, the NFL just fined the Cardinals coach. If you did not know what happened, Amari DiMercato lost a fumble, and then the coach, when the coach obviously was upset, went to him and actually hit him. Now, me personally, I know a lot of men would be upset and want to put hands on him. I know I heard James Harrison, the former NFL linebacker who played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, said he would have hit him. And I completely understand. But the only thing is, I would hope that he would, even though he's saying that, because I get that he's saying he let another man hit him. How can he discipline his son? And said he didn't do anything. And I completely understand that. But my thing is, Amari DiMercato handled it the right way instead of putting hands and feet on him. Because if you would have fought him, he could potentially lose his job and never be in the NFL again. And I know some people are saying, "Oh hell no, I would never let that slide," or something got to happen. And believe me, I understand. I agree with that. But sometimes there are better ways. Sometimes it's not worth it. Now, if you want to save face in front of your child, what you could do is, after he pushed me, I would have just grabbed his hand and told him don't do that no more. Or something to that nature. As you see in the video, when he walked away, I would have just done that. And I would have set it to where cameras, you know how cameras people get liberated because of so many cameras. I would have said, you're lucky we on this field, because I would have stomped the fuck out of you. But because I care about my job and family, I'm not going to put hands on feet on you right here. Don't be by me in the locker room. That's something or along the lines I would have said. So when you go back to your son, you could say you still stuck up for yourself. But either way, I'm glad he didn't put hands on him because the coach did get fined. And then on top of that, you got to understand, a lot of players are going to look at him sideways now. And that kind of deals with the Bobby Knight thing. One thing a coach should never do is put his hands on players, because most players feel that if that coach didn't have that power, if he were to meet me in the street and do that, he would get beat up. And odds are they're true about that. And to be honest, that's true. That's why people got so upset when that happened. Now to switch topics. The Cardi B and Nicki Minaj feud. And I know you're going to say, Adrian, this isn't a gossip channel. I just want to bring one thing. How they're feuding and talking about each other is how CEOs talk about each other, how business people talk about each other. All this stuff happens in the real world. It's just that a lot of times you don't see it. They're removing that veil to where you can actually see it. And that's the unfortunate thing. And I have worked with people I don't like or don't care for. But to all of you, especially in the corporate world, it's best just to keep it moving and don't even react like that. Because if I'm on Cardi B's and Nicki's PR team, I would be afraid right now. Because it has to be an absolute disaster of everything that they're doing. You can't go out like that in public. you get no benefits in doing that. So learn from that, y'all. Don't be on the internet berating people or talking about your coworkers like that. Now, if you want to talk about certain situations in a vague way to where you can teach and guide people, that's a better way to do that. But the one thing I will say is, because people like to just stereotype hip-hop as just doing that, or black culture is doing that, what Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are doing on Twitter, that happens in every single job place and workforce area, in blue collar, white collar jobs, CEOs, everything. The only thing is they'll keep it behind closed doors, whereas you see it out in the open. So keep that in mind for all of you who work in the corporate world. And also, another thing about that situation, phone calls were leaked of Cardi B talking about people behind each other's back and stuff like that. And I'm not going to really get into that, but that's just why I don't talk on phones. And to me personally, talking on phone is a big waste of time. I know I'm talking on the phone right now, but it's for this video. But I never understood what talking on the phone, I never understood why you're going to talk on the phone if you have so many things to do. Because a lot of times when people call me, I'll just say, hey, text me. Because as y'all can definitely tell, I'm busy. I'm so busy I have to record this video. Well, record me talking on this video while I'm driving during this commute so I can later edit it, because I'm in a time crunch right now to where I don't have a lot of time. And that's honestly one of the things, it's when I'm vetting a woman, that's one of the things I look for. Does she sit on the phone for hours on end and talk with her homegirls or whatever about stupid stuff? Because I know this may be too strict and serious for some of y'all, but for me personally, if I found out the woman that I'm courting or vetting for a relationship or something serious was moving like that, I definitely would leave her alone. I wouldn't take the relationship serious with her. Because it's no point, it's stupid, it's pointless, and it's nothing but a waste of time. And it has nothing to do with her being a woman. For example, if some of my friends called me and tried to get me on the phone for an hour for something stupid, I'm just gonna hang up. It's a waste of time, and I got better things I could do. And to get into some sports news, Joe Flacco was just traded from the Browns. So that's what I was wondering, why they had so many quarterbacks. Because I do like Joe Flacco, and I think he can help a team. But for the Browns, you need to rebuild. And so with Gabriel and Sanders there, we're probably going to see Sanders at some point. I just don't know when, and I don't know which quarterback will be best for the future right now. But the Browns trading Joe Flacco was the best, because you're not going to be able to do anything with that team with Joe Flacco. And plus, you got to get your rookies reps to see where you want to go. If you want to go with Gabriel or if you want to go with Sanders. And y'all, speaking of the NFL, I'm still going to drop my NFL top GBP plays and cash plays. And just like I said, I've been busy. Hopefully, I still will be able to drop that on Saturday. But y'all know with my schedule and how everything is all up and down, we will see about that. But nonetheless, it's crazy how we're already in week 6. The football season is almost halfway through. But like I said, I'm happy with basketball. And speaking with basketball, I know in my first episode, I talked about how LeBron James' decision. Because come to find out, his decision was a partnership with not partnership, but advertisement with Hennessy. I was glad that he wasn't going to announce his retirement, because those tickets were going to jump through the roof. And I even saw like one example of tickets shooting up by almost $400 or $500. And I'm definitely happy about that, because LeBron does come to Atlanta in November, which is next month. So me getting the chance to see LeBron and Luka, I didn't want to pay. It's not going to be that expensive, but I didn't want to pay crazy prices just to see them too, especially when he announces his retirement. And then on top of that, like I said, me, my brother, and his wife was talking about that, and I said, I don't think LeBron would announce that. And then literally right when I said that, that's when he did that teaser that he had a big decision. So I am glad that did not happen, because it would be expensive. And I think that's pretty much it for this episode. This is going to be a short one. And I know some of you may say, and Adrian, where's the motivation? That motivation was with that Cardi B and Nicki Minaj situation. Don't give your energy to stupid stuff. Don't waste on the phone. Don't waste your time on the phone talking about stupid stuff. And I know how cliche this sounds. If it's not about becoming better or money, don't call me, because a lot of people say that. But to me, that's how I feel. Because as you see, I'm working in everything. I'm working 24/7 to get to certain goals that I want to hit in life. And to me, time, especially my time, because since I'm so busy right now, I don't have the time to waste. I don't have time to be wasting 30 minutes or an hour. Honestly, at this point, I wish I never had to sleep. But, obviously I do need to sleep so I could get some type of recovery from my body. But if I didn't sleep, I could get so much more done. I could use those extra 4 to 5 hours if I'm able to get that type of sleep. So yeah, I appreciate the support. Like I said, I'll drop these videos early in the morning or late at night, but I still will drop my normal regular videos during around like 5 or 6, depending on what day it is, because I want to drop them before football starts. But I will see y'all in the next video.